the latest run of Bobby Lashley's WWE career has been a mixed one. He returned the night after WrestleMania 34 where he attacked Elias. He would then feud with Sami Zayn in a feud predominantly about his love for his sisters, which reached its peak when Sami Zayn brought out 3 men in dresses. He would beat Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules, but then the week after on Raw, when there was a number 1 contendership match to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, he would lose to Roman Reigns. He would team up with Lio Rush, which mainly involved a lot of Bobby Lashley pointing at his own arse. He would beat Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title. He would then go into the 2019 Royal Rumble match where he lasted 13 seconds. At Elimination Chamber, there was a handicap match with him and Lio Rush versus Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title, where Finn Balor would pin Lio Rush for Bobby Lashley to lose his title. 1 month later on Raw, he would regain the title. He would then go into WrestleMania 35, put on his scary contact lenses, and lose the title again. He was part of the 3-man team with Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin that would lose the Shield over and over and over again whilst Dean Ambrose was walking out the door. He lost a tug of war to Braun Strowman. He lost a last man standing match to Braun Strowman. He then disappeared for a bit, returned to kiss Lana in front of Rusev. He would beat Rusev at TLC. At WrestleMania 36, he would face Aleister Black in a match that had no build, and he would lose. He then teamed up with MVP. He had a fantastic match with Drew McIntyre for the WWE title that he lost because of Lana's interference. He would then dump Lana. At Payback, he would beat Apollo for the US title. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander would join him to form the Hurt Business. And then that leads us to this week. At Elimination Chamber, he lost the US title in a triple threat where he did not get pinned. After the WWE title Elimination Chamber match, he attacked Drew McIntyre, causing The Miz to cash in and Miz to become the new champion. And it was revealed this week on Raw he had a deal with Miz where he would attack Drew so Miz could win, so he could have a match himself. And after beating Braun Strowman, he is now the number 1 contender for the WWE title in a match next week on Raw. So the big question is Bobby Lashley the next WWE Champion? My answer, yes, but not next week. Let me explain. There's a lot going on right now in the WWE title picture, more than has been for quite some time. Of course, at the top of the tree, you've got Miz. He is the WWE Champion, and you've got Bobby, who has become the number 1 contender. But you also still have Drew McIntyre there, who was absent on this week's Raw. Of course, he's going to want his title back. And Sheamus is still kind of in here a little bit. He was, of course, promised by Drew a one-on-one match for the WWE title. That didn't happen. Became the Elimination Chamber match, where he nearly beat Drew. He's still in there. So I feel there are still these 4 people still vying for the titles. Let's have a look. This is maybe a bit of fantasy booking, maybe a bit of just looking how the story's going. But I see next week we're going to have Bobby versus Miz for the title. I reckon Drew is going to return there and cost them the title. And then that'll take us to Fastlane when we have a triple threat match. Because my main point with this is that Bobby Lashley is still a heel. He attacked Drew McIntyre, obviously, at Elimination Chamber, and after the match with Braun on Raw, he attacked him again. He's still having heelish tendencies, and obviously, The Miz is still a heel, because he's The Miz. So I think you need a babyface in here somewhere. So I'm saying at Fastlane, we're probably going to have a triple threat match. Will be Miz, Drew, and Lashley. And I think that is where Lashley will pick up the win and become WWE Champion. Now this will lead us, of course, into Mania, which I think is 2 weeks after Fastlane, which is an awfully quick turnaround. But anyway, I think at that point we're going to have Drew versus Lashley, and unfortunately I think Lashley will lose the title there. It's been reported that we'll have a small amount of fans at this year's WrestleMania. I think that is when we're going to see Drew McIntyre become WWE Champion for the 3rd time, but for the first time in front of fans. So it would be a short title reign for Bobby, but it'll be a title run nonetheless, and I think we can keep going with this, because these two have amazing chemistry. We've seen from their matches before. This could be a match going all the way through to the summer. Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. The title can change hands multiple times. Who knows what's going to happen? But the question is Bobby Lashley your next WWE Champion? My answer, yes.